morning and howdy. My name is Henry Chidgey and welcome to my Wednesday morning leadership videos. I believe that a coaching style of leadership with foundations built on trust, integrity, and respect for all people contributes tremendously to create a world that works for all of us. Thank you for being part of making that vision a reality. These free videos and free blogs are part of my expression of my commitment and passion to that vision. I'm very happy you've chosen to be part of my tribe and are doing your part to make our joint vision real. Leadership and responsibility. Today, I'm going to invite you into an example of a recent coaching call I had with an extraordinary human being and leader. During the session, I asked this question: who is responsible for communication between you and another person? I asked this question in the context of working with her about using her leadership skills to achieve her and her business's vision. Most of my clients answer that question by saying, me and the other person, both of us. I then ask, what does being responsible as a leader mean to you? That usually leads into phrases like produce the results, inspire, provide accountability, responsibility for outcomes, ownership, etc. Now let's return to my original question, except this time for me. Who is responsible for communication between me, Henry, and another person? My answer is me. I'm responsible that the communication occurs and achieves the goal. Most folks respond with, how can that be? It takes both parties to make it work. And if you thought that, of course, you are correct. It does require both folks to first agree to communicate and then to engage in a thoughtful way. But that's not the end of it for a leader. We know that we don't actually control anyone else and that we don't have very good results of reading others' minds. Yet we take and embrace that we are responsible and accountable for creating tangible results through others. We take on a responsibility for each member of our team, whether it's 1, 10, 100, or 10,000. That is the essence of what it means to be a leader. Responsibility is not something that we can delegate very effectively, some argue at all. It has to be owned and accepted by the individual. You and I can delegate authority, accountability, and standards for acceptable behavior in our culture, what I call tribal customs. But you may again ask, what or how does this relate to my answer, Henry's answer I shared earlier? That answer was, I, Henry, am responsible that the communication occurs and achieves my goal. By me taking this position, I don't give myself any opportunity for an excuse to stop attempting communication or otherwise letting myself off the hook. I'm committed to find who I need to be to allow that communication to happen. And that way I continue to work on the behavior of the one person in the world I do have the opportunity to control, me. My thoughts, my emotions, my speaking, my listening, my body language, my surroundings, my timing. Leadership requires each of us to consider, who do I need to be in this moment to inspire this person to at least tentatively join me in this conversation. If you take the commitment to being responsible into the rest of your leadership, you will be, I promise, extremely successful, and your people will begin to embrace their responsibility to you, their peers, and to the vision of your company. Now, try out tomorrow the concept I shared with you today, leadership and responsibility. You might even try it at home in a conversation with members of your family. Let me know what happens, please. Your leadership does matter. It especially matters to you and all the people you touch. Don't wish it were easier, become better. Don't wish for less problems, develop more skills. Don't wish for less challenges. Develop more wisdom. My Henry Chidgey leadership method is based on trust, respect for all, integrity, that is doing what you say you will do, and purpose, or as I call it, trip. I invite you to build your leadership on these 4 pillars of virtue. You'll make more money, have more time, and most important of all, make a significant difference in the world. Thanks for listening today.